sorry to the person that I got this slightly wrong with. I don't remember exactly where he messaged me, but the interaction involved Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer, who is also enchanted with great power, and in their question they use Questing Beast, but I thought I'd keep it Spider-Man use Spider-Punk instead. So what were to happen if I cast Moreland Devourer of Spiders with X being 10? Well, first off, Spider-Punk has an effect that says damage can't be prevented. But with great power doesn't prevent the damage, all it does is change where that damage is going. Now, Anti-Venom does have an effect where it tries to prevent damage and then put that many counters on him. But if damage can't be prevented, then what's going to happen here? Well, anytime something says something can't happen, the can't is going to take precedence over the other effects. So what will happen here is that Moreland will try to deal 10 damage to the player, which with great power will redirect that to Anti-Venom, which since damage can't be prevented, Anti-Venom will take that full 10 damage. And since damage is actually being dealt and Moreland has lifelink, the player that controlled Moreland is going to gain that much life. Now, where I got it wrong here is that I said since that damage is not being prevented, Anti-Venom will not get that many +1/+1 counters. But this is really more showing I have poor reading comprehension because it's not about the damage that was prevented, it's the damage that's being dealt. If damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1/+1 counters on him. Both of those are referring to the value of the damage being dealt and not the value of the damage that was prevented. So now we have an Anti-Venom that has 10 damage marked on it, so is it even going to survive? Well, notice that this is not a triggered ability, it is actually worded more like a replacement effect. In fact, prevention effects are pretty much the same thing as replacement effects. And sometimes those effects have a little bit more tied to them beyond the preventing effect. So with effects like this and unpreventable damage, we just ignore the damage prevention part and do as much of the effect that we can. So in the end, Anti-Venom is going to take 10 damage, the Moreland player will gain 10 life, and Anti-Venom will also have 10 +1/+1 counters on him. This will all happen before state-based actions are checked, and by the time we get to that point, we'll see that it has enough toughness to be able to survive and stay on the battlefield.